Hello.
Hey Karen, hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. So delighted to finally meet you. Elemental was such a wonderful film. Enjoyed it,
Oh, that's
es-
great. That's so awesome.
especially the heart and soul of it. Uh, Tell me, Elemental closed the Cannes Film Festival. What was the reactions that excited you the most?
I think, going into the theater for the first time, it was such a show. There was such a spectacle that it made me so nervous. Like I was so nervous. I was in a fancy outfit, and then once we sat down, there was all these like cameras everywhere. But then once the lights went down and we could watch the movie, hearing the laughs, hearing the emotion, hearing sniffling through that theater, like in any cinema, was my favorite thing. Just that the people were connecting to the movie, and that was all we are ever doing. All we are ever doing with these movies is just trying to reach out and connect to an audience, and that's what was going on there. And it was very beautiful. I'll never forget it.
Okay. This movie feels so personal, and from what you've said before, it is inspired from your life. What was it like, now finally sharing this movie with your family, with Asian moms, and with romantics all over the world?
We showed our film at Cannes and then to an audience here in Korea, but I have not shown my family yet. I cannot wait for them to see it. My kids haven't seen it yet. My brother and his family haven't seen it yet, and so next week, I think next week they'll hopefully get to see it, and then I should email you the response. But like, I'm very excited. I'm nervous. I am very nervous just because there are personal pieces in there, but I'm hopeful too at the same time.
When we have so many live action remakes, do you think to some extent these take away the wonder of that animation brings? And if is there a Pixar movie that you would like to see as a live action?
Oh my God, we put so much heart and love into all these pieces. Like I love them as standalone things, but like I started animation when I was very young. Karen, like I was a kid when I first started drawing this stuff, and it was 2D, it was all drawings. And there's such a magic when you're bringing something to life that can transport you into a new world that you haven't seen before, that I feel like no other medium can do. And so I just love this thing so much, like I'm probably gonna die trying to do the same thing over and over again. I'm just trying to make things come alive.
Okay. Speaking of magic of animation and the imagination it brings, you've been a part of such amazing films that are now become such an important part of our lives. What is that little something you hope people, children, adults, grandparents even identify and take away from Elemental, especially at a time when there is so many divisive factors at play?
I feel like there's two pieces of it. Look, like we made this film for the theater, the big experience. And so firstly, I just hope people have a great time watching this crazy world come alive in front of them. And then second, yeah, like if they're coming out of the film, the film is so much about connection, is so much about family and diversity, that if they come out being appreciative of someone that sacrificed something for them, or being grateful for someone that took a risk for them, that would mean the world to me. That would be amazing.
As you mentioned, family is such a big a part of Indian cinema as well. Are there any Indian movies or anything that you watched
Yes.
that excited you?
I just saw RRR, a month ago, and it blew me away. I had never seen cinema like that before. Like it had everything you want in a movie. There was this opening sequence where this guard goes through this entire like group of people to get this one character. I've never seen a sequence like that. But then there were all these stories that I connect to about a father and son and the trauma about it, and then these crazy musical numbers that just blew me away. There was just so much in the film that I really loved.
Finally, like when there is an animation, Pixar animated movie, there is always Oscar buzz. How excited are you to maybe hear these stories and even feel that pride that it is your own story that is now worthy for an Oscar?
I don't know about that. I haven't thought about that at all, Karen. More than anything, it was just trying to get this film out there and just have audiences connect to it first. That's the dream right now, is just like, oh, I can't wait to sit in a theater again and just see, an audience connect to it.
So that's my time. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much for the movies. Can't
Thank
wait
you
to
so
see more.
much. Thank you, Karen. I really appreciate it.